Hello, welcome to Dave Jaguar 66 for all the Mini fans and Jaguar fans, or enthusiasts I should say. So, I got back from Cuba last night. It was basically, we left on the 27th, got back on the 28th. It was about a 12-hour flight. Fortunately we had a business class flight and then to Frankfurt, and then we just used the economy to come back to Vienna. Because a flight over 6 or 7 hours is a killer, once you're getting up a bit, once you're over 60 it really is. But it was a beautiful flight on Condor, everything was great. Just got back, I said, about 11 o'clock last night, and this is the first day back, so a little bit jet lagged. Got a bit of a suntan, the weather was absolutely superb. It was 28, 30s just about all the way through. A few tropical rains, but it was mostly on the ship, the cruise that we were on. And went to Montego Bay in Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Mexico twice, two different parts of Mexico, Belize, Honduras, and a little island off Cuba as well, plus Havana. We had about 3 or 4 days in Havana, which is something that I'm going to put a video up tomorrow about the truth about Havana. I don't know about the rest of Cuba because obviously we only went to a small island, but Havana was quite disappointing, and I'll go over that tomorrow and I'll explain why. It's a bit of a rip-off city. They're basically, you're not a tourist, you're a dollar sign walking down. And this myth that I've had and everybody's had for years is, get there before America gets it back, or somebody goes in and spoils it. It's just not true. Nobody could spoil it. It's already spoiled. It's in very, very poor condition. The people are so far down below the poverty line, it's just unreal. Anyway, but I'll talk about that on my video tomorrow, and I'll go through the truths of staying in Havana. But to say we were both disappointed, I expected the place to be very lively and upbeat and all that, but I can understand why, they're not happy and they're miserable, because, life is pretty bad. It's not pretty bad, it's very bad. Anyway, but I'll go over that tomorrow. So today, I'll show you, Amir's been here for 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks. This is the guy that helps me with the gardens and the cars and so on, a very good mechanic. He's from Bosnia, but he's gone back now. Unfortunately, coming from Bosnia, being a non-EU country, he can only stay for so many weeks at a time, and he's only allowed 6 months of the year, and then only 3 months in between, so it's a bit of a pest. It would be good if he could come and stay longer, but due to visa problems. Anyway, so he's gone off now, but he's done some work on the Mini for me. He's cut away all the rot for me and put some extra supports in the car, which I'll show you. I'll pick up the camera now and show you. And so basically I can get on with all the new parts that I've got from Mini Spares, which is the door step, the inner sills, and quite a lot of other stuff. So I should be able to get on really well, because he's cut a lot of grot out, and he's repaired a few things as well. But unfortunately he had a bit of a problem, which is something to be aware of. I'm always telling him to wear safety. I wear glasses anyway, because I'm getting old. But I always used to wear safety glasses in the oil business. In the patches, it's a part of the PPE, personal protective equipment. In the oil field, you have to wear hard-toed boots, coveralls, gloves, glasses, and a hard hat. It's just a given. Even ear defenders, it's just a given. So I'm used to doing it. And I used to say to him, wear the glasses. And he was using the grinder, and fortunately he didn't get anything. Unfortunately, he didn't get anything in his eye from the grinder. But when you're grinding, you get a lot of little bits. You know what it's like when you finish grinding or you're cutting. You blow your nose and it's black and it's going down inside. That's why you should wear a mask. And what he did was he had a lot of little micro bits of cuttings on his arm, and he had some dirt, or he was whatever. And he rubbed his eye, and then he ended up pushing it into his eye. So for 4 days he couldn't hardly see, his eyes were bloodshot. So, but fortunately it's okay now. So it's something to be aware of. You get all this little dust and stuff on you. Don't go scratching your eye, because you'll put it in there. Anyway, so I'll pick up the camera and I'll show you what we've done with the Mini, and then over the next few days I'll start working on it again. We've got some family. My wife's brother is here with his wife and their new baby, so I'll be spending quite a bit of time in here having a smoke, because now I can't smoke in my own house, but there you go. but it's a baby, you can't smoke. So anyway, I'll show you what we're doing. So here we go. So the XJ6 is finished. That was finished the day before I left, and it runs beautifully now. It starts and stops, and the ignition and the ignition barrel we took off just literally fell apart. The spring in it and everything just came apart as soon as we took it out. Anyway, so you can see we've done some bits. So this is what Amir's done. He's got it to the point now where all this is all cleaned up, all this is sorted out. He's put these extra bars in here to support it because obviously he hasn't got these side sills on it, but being ribbed, there's plenty of strength in them. So, and if I turn it over, hopefully I can turn it over me with one hand. Hang on a second, I'll try. Excuse me with the camera for a second. So, you can see that he's put all new metal in there and refabricated that piece that was wrong on that side. It'll need a bit of touching up, but you can see how this is supported across here now. So he's put these extra brackets into it. He just built them out of some spare metal that I had, which is a smart idea because obviously that piece needs to come out and be replaced. This is where the seatbelt anchor is. But you can see he's done all this in here. It's all immaculate now. And then this is the line where this new piece, this new doorstep comes to, but obviously we won't bring it to there. We'll bring it lower than that because the higher up it is, the more it will show a buckling in there when it's welded. So what we'll do is this piece here, I'll cut it down and then put a lip on it with my pneumatic crimper and then put it down behind. I don't normally like two edges, but you need to. It's so quite thin, and I don't want to burn through. So that's the next job. Yeah, and we'll get on with that. And I think he's done something in here. I think he's put a patch in somewhere. Yeah. But I need to redo a lot of this. There's a few bits and pieces that need to be gone over. But it was quite rotten down on this corner. I put that piece in before this side piece was taken out. That's the internal part of it. So yeah, but we'll get on with it. And what's happened there? Oh, he's tried to put that piece in. Okay. So some of this has to be reworked and that, but it'll be okay. But it's internally it's good. It's all good now. It just needs. So that's all the rust out. When I pull this over now, you can see there's just no rust left in it at all. That's going to have to be cut back. You can see it's absolutely rust free now all the way around. Just let me hang on. There we go. So there we are. So nice and easy to get all this work done on it. That heel board's in really good nick, and everything else is looking good. So by I don't know, by the middle of the new year, hopefully I can start putting the front back on it, and what I'll do is I'll just use that centre pit jack there and bring it under and take this one off the front because I don't need to rotate it when the wings are going on, or when I'm lining them up for sure. So there we are. So yeah, back from Cuba to a -6, -5 overnight, and I must admit the weather was superb. It really was great, and it's nice to have a bit of a tan and do nothing really for 2 weeks. Just sit up on the deck. We had to go again. I'll talk about this tomorrow on the video, but we had to use a special deck because on the second week we were on the cruise. They just filled it with people, and they did it for like a fraction of the price. But I'll mention this tomorrow because it's a cheap way to go cruising. The way these other people did, they waited till the last 48 hours or so, 6 days, and instead of paying, we paid I think in total €9,000, and I think some of the money paid 2,500 or 2,000, whatever it was. So I'll let you in on that tip tomorrow if you want to look in. Anyway, so take care. Have a good. I hope you had a good Christmas while we were away, and I'll talk to you before the new year. Take care now. Bye for now. Bye.